We are learning more about the potential ceasefire deal between Israel and Iran-backed Hamas. A senior Israeli official saying Hamas would release 33 hostages out of the first phase, lasting 42 days. The potential deal, an important topic of our exclusive interview inside Iran with that country's president yesterday. We also talked about tensions with the U.S. just days before President-elect Trump takes office. And a note, we spoke via government interpreter, and NBC News reviewed the translation independently. We traveled to Iran at a critical moment for its president, Pezeshkian. What made you decide to run for president?
Because of difficulty in the country and also in other countries around us, I decided to solve this problem.
But to the incoming American president, many problems in the Middle East center around Iran. In his first term, President-elect Trump imposed significant economic sanctions to stop Iran from acquiring a nuclear weapon and pulled out of the Iranian nuclear deal, while the new Iranian leader is presenting himself as a reformer. I want to first talk about Donald Trump. He has promised increased sanctions, maximum pressure on Iran. Do you have a message for him?
What is clear thus far, we are living in Iran. Ever since the very beginning, the United States has tried to topple Iran. I do hope that Trump will conduce to peace in the region and the world, not conversely contribute to bloodshed or war.
Are you willing now to have direct, open talks with Washington, with President Trump?
The problem we have is not in dialogue, it's in the commitments that arise from talk and dialogue that we'll have to commit to. We held talks with 5+1, lengthy talks, and we upheld all the commitments that we had to commit to. But unfortunately, it was the other party that did not live up to its promises and obligations.
Israel and the United States are beginning to talk about whether a strike, a military strike against Iran might be necessary to stop its nuclear program. If that were to happen, what would Iran's reaction be?
You see, naturally enough, we will react to any action. We do not fear war, but we do not seek it.
Do you think an attack against Iran is likely given the current circumstances?
I strongly hope that this will not transpire because it will be to the detriment of all the actors, not only and merely us.
President-elect Trump has said, when asked about the likelihood of war, he says anything can happen. It's a volatile situation. President Macron of France said, we're nearing a point of no return. When you hear those kind of characterizations, where do you think that leaves this tension right now?
There are tensions and they serve no party's interests. Whatever we have done thus far has been peaceful. We do not seek to create nuclear weaponry or armament. However, they accuse us of seeking the manufacturing of a bomb. This is a scheme they're trying to follow in order to fabricate some sort of a pretext. This is not true.
Has that left Iran in a weaker position?
I do not see any link. Some of the friends might see a link, but comparing to last year, inside the country, we're more coherent, we're more robust, we have better participation, we have a more solid security in the country.
And then there's the impact of what U.S. prosecutors say was a plot by Iran to kill President-elect Trump before his election win. One potential threat to diplomacy could be seen as what the U.S. believes was Iran's plan to assassinate Donald Trump. Was there such a plan? He blamed Israel and other countries.
This is yet another scheme that the foreigners are following in order to feed into Iranophobia.
You're saying there was never an Iranian plot to kill Donald Trump?
Never, by no means.
I guess the next question is, are you willing to promise that there will be no attempt on the life of Donald Trump?
Ever since the beginning, we never intended to do that.
And we asked about a potential ceasefire between Israel and Iranian-backed Hamas. Do you think there's a role for Iran in bringing about this peace and the release of hostages?
We do whatever we can in order for peace to prevail in the region. We will not spare no effort in order for the prisoners to be released.